Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to our channel, please subscribe. If you already subscribed, welcome back, Dynamic Gang. So today, um, I'm going to be doing Jesus, Buddha, and Shiva. This is a religious video, so if you don't want to get triggered or if you don't believe in that kind of stuff, it's best if you turn off the video now. Other than that, this was actually requested by one of my subscribers, and I thought it would be kind of cool if I added Shiva. You know, even though the subscriber only asked to do Jesus and Buddha, I thought it would be kind of cool to put Shiva in it too. With that being said, I don't know the symbolisms on Shiva. If you're Hindu and you already know what all these markings are and the eye and everything, I know everything on the body of Shiva has a meaning. I don't know exactly what the meanings are. The same thing with a lot of the Hindu gods. Like anything they have on, whether it's jewelry, whether it's a snake, or whether it's cloth or a cloth, or maybe a bowl of fruit, everything has a meaning in the symbols that's there. So I'm not quite sure of what all the symbols are. But you already know Jesus and Buddha. I'm not too familiar with Buddha, but I believe he was a very wealthy, and he was very what's the word I'm looking for? Obese. And then he found happiness by giving all his belongings away, and he found happiness that way. I'm not quite sure if that's the right one. That's what I was taught, or what I read, I should say. I might be taking it out of context, so please don't get triggered. I'm not trying to offend anybody. If you want to leave comments and explain to me what Buddha and Shiva and everything else, please do in the comments. Other than that, let's get into this. Oh, and I just want to let everybody know I don't pretend to be religious. I don't pretend to be where I know what I'm talking about when it comes to religious figures. This was just what I'm letting you know what I've read. Maybe I've read somewhere the wrong way, or if you want to go down in the comments and school me and let me know, if I'm wrong or if I'm a little bit right, or if it's, please do, because again, I'm not trying to trigger anybody. I'm not trying to assault anybody, so please don't take it that way. Without further ado, let's get into it. So you'll notice on this picture, I threw the picture up in the beginning of the video so you can see where I got the images from. I decided to look for another picture of Shiva. And the reason why I didn't put him, or put the being, I shouldn't say him or it, it's a being of absolute everything, right? So Shiva, the god, I just felt like with him, with all the jewelry on and whatnot, I felt like it was kind of like too much, because the other two gods in there, were just simple. You know what I'm saying? I know in the Hindu religion they have jewelry and stuff, and it's symbolized. But I looked for another picture, and the picture that I found had like beads on it, like prayer beads. And I'm gonna try to find that picture, and I'm gonna throw it up for you guys to see where I got the other one from. But I mean, I just wanted something a little bit more plain, just so it matches a little bit. I mean, the thing about the Hindu gods is they have a lot of bling. They have a lot, man. I mean, like a lot. If anybody saw the Ganesh I did, so much detail. But compared to the other gods, it's just, very plain and very simple. Shiva, has a lot more detail, but that goes with all the gods. Especially with all the hands and whatnot. And so, again, I don't want anybody to get triggered. I don't want anybody to get upset with me and say, oh, well, you favor any religion over. I don't favor no religion over any religion. In fact, in my opinion, if you have Shiva, Jesus, and Buddha, my whole thing is it's the same entity. You know, that entity can break itself apart into 3, 4, anything it wants to do. That you're talking about a being of absolute power, of absolute everything. Why can't there be Allah, Jesus, Buddha, Shiva? Why can't there be? Why can't it be the same God, right? And the same thing with all the other gods that are in the Hindu religion. You know, like if you think about it, Shiva is the father or the main god of them all. So you know, why can't that be all an extension of himself? You know, that's just my way of thinking. That's why I don't play favoritism. I don't think one religion is better than the other. And, you know, in my opinion, when you have a being of absolute anything, it could do anything it wants. It could be anything it wants. It could do anything it wants. So with that being said, why can't it break itself into 3 pieces, you know, to be 3 different individuals? It's the same being. It's just seen in a different light, you know? Hey, you know what? Enough of me talking. I don't want to trigger anybody. I don't want to say anything that might get anybody upset. Like I said, this is a very positive channel, and I believe everybody can draw, and I want everybody to draw. And the other thing that I do want to mention is that my channel is a little bit more unique than the other channels, right? I like to do a lot of throwbacks. I like to do a lot of older stuff where people, you know, a lot of nostalgic cartoons. And you know, at the end of the day, I'm a cartoonist. Okay, that's my field. Whether, you know, and I don't want people to get it misconstrued that, oh, you know, every artist has to be a portrait painter, has to be a painter, has to be an airbrush. You know, like everybody has their strong and weak points. And in mine, like I'm gonna tell you right now, portraits, like the way I do portraits, it may come off as a little cartoonish. And that's just my style. That's nobody else's. And the same thing when I'm drawing real life characters, like, I don't want to say characters, real life beings, like what I'm doing now. I don't want people to say, oh, well, you know, I see somebody, he could draw way better than you, and he makes it look more realistic. And the thing is, that's not my style. And I'm not upset that people say that, because, like I said, everybody's art isn't for everybody. You may look at my art and say, you know, oh, this guy's garbage. You know, he's not, you know, I don't like his style. And you know what? You have a right to your opinion. And my style may not be for everybody. You know, I looked at my channel the other day and I saw like a couple people unsubscribe. You know, I try to give you good content. I try to do things that other creators don't do. And, you know, I can only be myself. And that's what I try to tell people, as long as you're true to your art will always be true back. And I'm not trying to be somebody that I'm not. I'm not trying to push myself in a direction where, you know, to be honest with you, where I was growing up, people didn't want a lot of portraits. You know, people wanted to have, because I grew up in the hood. You know, like honestly, like I grew up in a hood where they want airbrushed t-shirts with like lettering. They want like Bugs Bunny in like baggy jeans, like a cap on his hat. He, you know, maybe a Tasmanian devil. That's what they want. So I grew up in that graffiti world, in drawing this and drawing that. Now, am I telling you not to branch out? Am I telling you not to, you know, expand your horizon and go for, you know, to draw a certain way? No, hey, that is what an artist does. An artist will reach out and go past its limits. And I've already went past my limits, because to be honest with you, maybe about 3 or 4 years ago is when I started really drawing portraits, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't really know anything about that kind of stuff, you know? And I noticed that when I do the portraits, it still comes off a little cartoonish. So maybe, you know, and I looked at other people and I thought to myself, like, how can I make things look more realistic, right? But then I saw a lot of people that have the same thing that I do, where they draw somebody, but it comes out as a cartoon. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, you got to be true to yourself. Don't try to be like anybody else. I hope you enjoy the video. Thank you for watching.